Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, we are into the topic of social and religious reform movements. Okay, in
Okay.
this we discussed about so many social reformers. Okay, so why these social reformers came forward, for the purpose of what, for the sake of what, to fight against what, to fight in favor of what, these social reformers took birth. We discussed several times, because the major, if any social reformer came forward and fight against a few issues, the one of the major issue which was happened and which is happening in the society, that is the discrimination towards women, the differences showing towards the women. So in those days, exactly 200 years back, the people mindset towards women, that women is restricted only to their household works, that is domestic work. She is not supposed to come out of the house, come out of the kitchen, not only come out of the house. She is not completely restricted only to be in the kitchen but not out of the kitchen. So, and women are not being sent to the schools also. They are not supposed to go with education. They are not supposed to move in the society. They are not supposed to talk with the men or boys in the society. And they are not eligible for doing any kind of activity which should be equal to the men. So this kind of discriminations were seriously followed in those days. And at the same time, if any woman lost her husband, she used to wear only white color sari. Color saris are not allowed to that lady. And if any puja or if any functions are going at home, she is not supposed to come in front of the occasion. So she is not eligible to participate in auspicious occasions, that is important occasions, she is not eligible to that. And even women are used to treated very badly. Once if any woman lost her husband, even she shaved off her total hair also. Gundu antam chusara adi. So that kind of discriminations and that kind of differences were used to show towards a women. And not only this, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, if she lost her husband, along with the funeral of her funeral means what? uh, being a dead body burnt. Okay, along with her husband's dead body, even this lady also going to put into the fire, which is called as Sati Sahagamanam. So whether it is Sati Sahagamanam or any movement or abolition of child marriages or widow remarriages, whatever you take, too many social reformers have come forward, not only in Hindu religion, even Islamic religion also. There are some social reformers who came forward to fight against their own religion, customs and traditions. Okay, so when certain things are happening with the women in the society, even sometimes the Britishers used to criticize very badly about the Indian culture and heritage, customs and traditions, what we people are following, which is not at all correct and which is not at all good. And in the society, to make a healthy environment, if any Hindu Muslim, if any people who belongs to Hindu religion and Muslim religion, if they want to come forward to make a friendly relations with both of them, few people will taking them back and they are creating some disunity. And these people were be treated like, they are more dangerous people than a poisonous snakes. And it was stated by one of the famous social reformer, Mohib Hussain. According to Mohib, he says like that: the people, those who are creating disunity between Hindus and Muslims, are more dangerous than a poisonous snakes. So, in all the events, in all the issues, the only one character that is male persons are coming forward to fight against so on and so forth issues, that is only men. Men are coming forward. But what about women? What about women? So there is women social reformers are also there, which I am going to talk about in today's session. Now let us talk about one of the famous social reformer, that is Savitribai Jyotirao Phule. Okay, she is one of the greatest social women reformer. Who is this?
Social women reformer.
Social women reformer, women social reformer, who with the name of Savitribai Jyotirao Phule. Okay, so she is the Savitribai is none other than the wife of Jyotirao Phule. Okay, so she started. Jyotirao Phule also very much disappointed the differences when the women are discriminating in the society. He was very much influenced by all those issues, and he himself brought his own wife, that is Savitribai, into the movement to fight against the people, those who are facing certain problems by women in the society. So she started a school exclusively for untouchables. What is the meaning of untouchables?
అంటరానితనం in Telugu.
అంటరాని వాళ్ళు. Untouchables. Untouchability means అంటరానితనం. Untouchables means అంటరాని వాళ్ళు. Okay. In olden days, there will be few caste people who used to treat, they used to ill-treated. Ill-treated ante they are treated very badly in the society. Certain lower caste people, they are not even allowed into the temples to worship the gods. They are not even allowed into the inside of the gate of their houses also. If anything, they wants to offer anything. Suppose I want to offer something to any untouchable. So what I used to do, by maintaining such kind of distance, I used to throw, the people used to throw into their hands instead of giving directly to their hands. That is called as untouchability. So the people were ill-treated in those days who belongs to lower caste people. So by taking all such reasons into consideration, in previous chapter once I explained, there is a person who constructed in Hyderabad itself. He constructed nearly 18 temples for untouchables. 18 temples, and they created temples on their own where these people were not allowing into our Hindu temples, because they are also human beings. More or less, they are also belongs to same religion. But in those days, these lower caste people used to be treated very cruelly, and this untouchability, they used to maintain a lot of difference between them. Even if we'll touch them, something is going to happen with us. So that kind of feeling, with the feeling, the people used to live in those days. Maybe nowadays in some of the villages, such kind of untouchability is going on. As we cannot move everywhere, we cannot see everything, but still behind us, so many social consequences are happening in the society without our notice and with our notice. No doubt about it. Okay, so by taking, when she observed the discriminations which are happening against the women, the differences, the society which is showing differences among the women, Savitribai Phule, the wife of Jyotirao Phule, she started a school exclusively for untouchables, and Savitribai Phule is considered, and she is the first women teacher. Who is the first women teacher? Who is the first women teacher?
Savitribai Jyotirao Phule.
Okay, so she started one school only for untouchables, and there she is said to be a first women teacher in India. First women teacher in India. So she started in the year 1888 that school, and she was criticized by many other people in the society. At last, why she started school for untouchables? Is it necessary to educate them? Is it necessary to take all those untouchables into the schools? To educate themselves, is any important for them? Such kind of criticism, and such kind of, in such a way, the Savitribai also criticized by many of the people, but she did not listen. She did not listen anything. So what I mean to say, after the death of even after she is criticized by many of the people in the society, when she started a school for untouchables, when she started educating all the untouchable people into her school, then she was seriously criticized by so many people. She was seriously criticized by so many people. After the death of her husband, Jyotirao Phule, she did not stop her revolution. She did not stop her movement, which she wanted to fight for the women, which she wanted to fight for the women. So, in such scenario, meanwhile, she started one Samaj which is called as Satya Shodhak Samaj. What is the name of that Samaj which she introduced, Savitri Bai? Satya Shodhak Samaj.
Satya Shodhak Samaj.
Yeah. Okay. Satya Shodhak Samaj was introduced by whom? By Savitri Bai Jyotirao Phule, the wife of Jyotirao. Okay. Why she started this Samaj? Because when the women are seriously discriminating in the society, when women are degrading very severely in the society, that she is not eligible to go to schools, she is not eligible to move out of the city, she is supposed to be at home, she is not supposed to earn money, and she doesn't have any right to take property from the ancestors. Okay, and at the same time she is not supposed to work in and around. When such kind of, if she lost her husband, she also burnt along with her husband, and she is not supposed to go with the second marriage, where men is going with 2 or 3 marriages, women are not supposed to go with at least a second time. Okay, so when she observed all such kind of discriminations are going on in the society against the women, she got a thought, and even the untouchables are ill-treated very badly. The untouchables are treated very badly in the society. So when she observed all the things, she decided only one thing, that she wanted to start a school for untouchables, where exclusively the people of untouchables will come to her school, and she wants to educate them. And she is said to be a first women teacher in India. Okay, so after the death of her husband also, she don't want to stop herself. She don't want to stop herself. Still, her fight will continue, wants to continue, and in such way, she started Satya Shodhak Samaj, where exclusively she wants to fight against those people who are showing differences among the women, who is showing cruelly, who is ill-treated. A woman was ill-treated by the society, by so-called persons. She wants to against to all of them. There, in that, she started Satya Shodhak Samaj. Okay, and out of all this, even she tried an important role. She guided all the women that how we have to be. And at the same time, in those days, one disease which is called as plague. What is this?
Plague.
Plague. She also fight against that, to get rid of such kind of dangerous disease in the society. She wants to vanish all the things in the society. And in those days, even if any woman is talking dare enough with a man, they will be treated like it is a sin, it is a crime. It is a crime. Sin means what? Mistake, a big mistake. If any woman is daring enough to talk with the men, that woman is said to be very, she's said to be very, she used to be treated very badly. Talking a woman with a man was treated like a mistake or like a sin. So in such a way, in various ways, the women was ill-treated very badly in the society for royal families or higher caste people, whomever they are. So by all such things, in only one word I want to say here, no one is exempted in front of God. According to God or according to law, everyone are equal in front of the law. The laws have been prepared in the interest of the people. The laws are prepared in the interest of the people. When certain laws have been prepared by the government of India, no one is exempted. Everyone are punishable, whether he is a king or queen, whomever they are. Whether the person belongs to upper caste or lower caste, caste doesn't matter, and gender doesn't matter. No superior, no inferior. Everyone are, the priority will be given equally to both of them. Given equally to both of them. So, in such kind of scenario, what happened? Even the social reformers, the women social reformers also have come forward. So, one we talked about Savitri Bai Phule, and one more social reformer is there. Her name is Ramabai Saraswati. Okay, so Ramabai Saraswati, Pandita Ramabai Saraswati is also a great social reformer where she also fought against the discriminations of the women. Okay, so Ramabai, the way Savitri Bai Phule fought against the people, those who discriminated women, she worked in favor of the women, where the women are discriminated seriously in the society. Okay, one of the, even we are discussing about the women social reformers. One we discussed about, who we discussed till now? Savitri Bai. Pin drop silence in the class.
Savitri Bai Phule.
Okay, so till now we discussed about Savitri Bai Phule, that her husband Jyotirao Phule was started a school exclusively for untouchables in the year 1848 in Pune. Okay, there the people, those who are treated as untouchables, everyone are exclusively meant for, that school is particularly and exclusively meant for untouchables. And Savitri Bai Phule, the wife of Jyoti Phule, she has brought into the movement, and she was considered as the first women teacher in India who taught to this untouchables, who taught the untouchables. And after death of her husband also, that movement continues like anything. Okay, now let us talk about the second women social reformer, and her name is Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. What is her name?
Pandita Ramabai Saraswati.
Ramabai Saraswati. Okay, she is also one of the great women social reformer in India, who is completely against the discrimination which is going against the women. And she too wants to fight for the nation, the women, those who are living in the society, and the women, those who are treated very badly before and after. Before and after means nothing but, since her childhood, she is not supposed to do this. She is not supposed to come out of the house. She is not supposed to go with second marriage. She doesn't have any right. Once if she lost her husband, she has to die along with her husband. All such kind of illegal things are happening against the women, and she also came forward after the death of her father. She started a movement against the discriminations of women. Against the discriminations of the women. She too wants to. She doesn't like. She observed only one thing: the way women are treated by men, the way the people will treat the animals. There is no difference between the animal and the woman. The way we are beating the animals, the way we are treating with the animals, and nowadays no one is, even everyone are in fond of animals too. No one is treating very badly even with the animals also. The dog we are pampering a lot, we are loving a lot, the pet dogs. Okay, even if any small lamb is there in our home or hens are there, we love to play with them nowadays. But in those days, the men were behaved in such a way, the women like animals. The way we used to treat the animals in the society, in the same way the men were treated, the women were treated very badly by men in the society, because men used to beat the women all the time. Okay, he doesn't want his wife to move freely. In one word, we can say that the women doesn't have any kind of freedom to move freely in the society. So in such a way, the people, especially we are talking about women, women were used to treat very badly. They were ill treated, they were humiliated by the men itself. Just for a while, they have to imagine themselves by putting themselves into a place of a woman. How could they feel if vice versa, if women will behave in such a way where the men are behaving? What will be their reaction, and how it would be? Because in those days, even nowadays also, in most of the villages and most of the places, in some religions especially, the women doesn't have any mouth to speak in front of the in-laws, in front of their husband, in front of the elders. Just whatever they are asking to do, whatever they are asking to cook, whenever they are asking to sleep, it's like a timetable, early morning by 4:30 or 5 they have to get up early in the morning. Since then, the elders should complete their breakfast, lunch and everything. After completion of their lunch and breakfast, then only the women are supposed to eat. Even if they are feeling a lot of hungry also, the women will never allow to take their breakfast or lunch before men or before elders in the family. See, giving respect is the different thing, but that is not respect. The people, especially the women, are not allowed to do such things. If unfortunately, if any woman lost her husband, that woman will not allowed to be a part of any kind of auspicious events like marriages or cradle ceremony, whatever you take. She has to hide herself at the corner of a house. She is not supposed to, what can I say, roam in front of the guests, those who are coming to our houses. So there are so many kinds of ill treatment was happened against the women, and even in some of the issues, men played a very important role to fight against certain issues. And along with that, even so many women social reformers are also there who wants to fight against the system where the women are highly discriminated, highly insulted or highly humiliated. Okay, so by taking all such reasons into consideration, even the lady, that is Savitri Bai, she started Satya Shodhak Samaj, okay, which we discussed, and they started one school in the year 1848 exclusively for untouchables in Pune. And Ramabai Saraswati also will be the same. Almost she also was there who fought against the discriminations against the women. She is also not interested the men what they behaving and how they are behaving, and she is also not interested to treat a woman in a different manner, where if she lost her husband, she has to shave off her head, and she is not supposed to, she is supposed to wear only white saree, not a colorful saree. So this kind of ill treatment was happening still in the society. And even nowadays also, if any woman lost her husband, nearly for 1 hour, 1 year, she is not supposed to come out of the house. For suppose, if any lady comes out of the house before 1 year, if she sits at home, she cannot survive her family. If she wants to look after all the problems, whatever left by her husband, obviously she has to come out of the house. If she comes out of the house, even at present society also, there are many ladies, not men, ladies only in the first row to criticize the women. మొగుడు చచ్చిపోయి 3 నెలలు కాలేదు, అప్పుడే బయటకు వచ్చింది, ఎట్లా వచ్చింది చూడండి. దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ విల్ పాస్ ఇన్ ద సొసైటీ బై ఫ్యూ విమెన్. ఆడది ఆడదానికే శత్రువు అంటారు తెలుగులో.
Okay.
Same way, instead of making them to understand, if the same being as a woman, if they are criticizing each other, then who will be there to support us? No one else. So, in such scenario, the women reformers like Savitribai Phule and Ramabai Saraswati has entered into the field and they fought against the system where the discriminations, where the differences, where the women are seriously violated. Domestic violence by in-laws, by her husband, or so on and so forth, which is not supposed to. Okay, so these are all about the women social reformers where we studied. One is Savitribai Phule, what she did for the untouchables, and even Ramabai Saraswati also. She is not in favor of the men who is treating women very badly like animals. In the same way, if we'll treat men also in the same way, what will be the reaction? Practically, we have to do once in our life. If we ill-treat the men the way they used to treat the women in the olden days, at present society, if we'll treat even the men also in the same way, just we would like to see their reaction and how they will react and how they will respond. Okay, but few things are there only to discuss, but when point comes to practical, it will not fetch out. Giving statements, saying statements is very easy. When point comes to practical, to do implement practically, it is not so possible, not so easy as you think. Okay, in my next session, let us read about the education among Muslim women. Okay, so the women discrimination not only happening in one religion, even Muslim religion people also face the same problem where the women in other religions. So in my next session, let me explain about the education for women in Muslim religion also. What are the consequences? What are the points to be taken here? How far the Muslim people encouraged and supported the women in Islamic religion to go or to do so. Until then, thank you.